Welcome to dojo.live, the place where top minds in travel and hospitality check in to share insights and breakthroughs shaping the industry. Brought to you by Encora, your trusted partner for AI, cloud, and data-driven innovation. Enjoy your stay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dojo Live at HITEC 2025 in Indianapolis. I don't know why and I said that wrong. Yeah. See, this is why we edit. Indianapolis, Indiana is actually a tongue twister. English is your second language.
It is.
Indianapolis, Indiana.
It is. Indianapolis.
All right,
Let's say Indy.
Indy.
Yeah, Indy 500.
This
Indy.
is why he's the boss. He knows all the shortcuts. I love it. All right, we're going to take it from the top. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dojo Live, HITEC 2025 from Indy. Here we are speaking with Frank Trampert at Sabre Hospitality. Frank, thank you so much for joining us. Before we kind of dive into specifics here, we'd love for people to know you better. If there is anyone in the industry who does not already know Mr. Frank Trampert, but give us a bit about your background and talk about why the intersection, I suppose, of hospitality, tech, and innovation is exciting to you.
It is very exciting. Well, thank you for the amazing introduction. And my name is Frank Trampert. I lead commercial and marketing for Sabre Hospitality Solutions. And I'm super thrilled to be here at HITEC, where all these amazing solution providers and customers mingle to think about the future and how the landscape is changing and what we can do together better. That's a wonderful place to be. What excites me about the future of hospitality and tech is just the innovation we have seen over the last couple of years with many aspects of our business moving into the cloud. Mm-hmm. And that has really unleashed a new level of technical capabilities, and the acceleration of innovation through that is unbelievable. And we have taken great advantage since we joined the cloud about 3 years ago, and have improved our platform, expanded our capabilities. And with the infusion of new tech such as AI, it's just unlimited capability. You're sheerly limited only by the way how you think about it. You are your biggest enemy by limiting your thinking. You gotta go big.
All right.
Yes, and the bigger you go, the more the opportunities are there. And we talk about some of those today, and I'm excited to spill the beans, so to speak.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll have your PR will be like, hold off on the beans, Frank. I love it. But you already mentioned it. AI, it's the clear buzzword. It's moving from buzzword, however, to actual business tool.
Yes.
You mentioned some of these innovations and the capabilities. Of course, we got email to chat to voice. Hotels are actually starting to really implement, real scalable use cases. I'm curious as to what you think is driving the adoption right now, and how do you see AI redefining the guest experience even over the next year or two, and what does that mean for hotels?
Yes. So firstly, I maybe want to focus about why is AI suddenly such a buzzword, right? And why is everybody interested? And I think it's a cool new toy. And at the beginning, maybe everybody was thinking about, is it going to be here long enough? Is it going to be the real thing? And what's the driving force behind it? Mm-hmm. The way how we look at it at Hospitality Solutions, it's around creating more room for our hoteliers to have more time with their customers, instead of getting bogged down by administration and by processes that are cumbersome and require many people to do. Mm-hmm. So we think about AI as an innovation opportunity to reduce administrative burden and help hoteliers to have more time available for their customers. And, as you know, after COVID, we were not supposed to say COVID anymore, by the way, but here it is. After
it feels
COVID,
like yesterday sometimes.
It is. So after we have overcome this situation, of course, hotels are stretched, right? So less people available maybe to do the work. It's a constrained environment, and everybody is looking for opportunities to improve operational capabilities, mm-hmm. free up more time, do things a little different. And I think this is where AI provides an amazing opportunity.
I love it. Thank you. Last year when we spoke, Sabre was starting the use, if I remember correctly, of SynXis Concierge.AI internally, right, for your guest centers and things. Yeah. And so you've now moved this into your booking engine and guest facing channels. You're bringing that together with automation, personalization. Tell us more kind of what this combination, why it's so critical, and what's actually happening now, what's available.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So I may have to I have to take one step back, and we talked, I think, last time about hallucinations. Yes. So AI loves to make stuff up. And that's a problem, right? So it can lead to dissatisfaction with customers. It can lead to misinformation. And the way how we have approached the situation is we were looking at, okay, so let's develop use cases where AI would be tremendously helpful. And we were starting with our help desk and call center environments, and we enabled our call center agents and help desk agents to be better prepared and have access to a tool that allows them to go through 150,000 documents much faster. So we queried the solutions, and we made the inquiries, and of course AI provides unbelievable context. And because it is a constrained environment, a contained environment, it just looks at the 150,000 pages of information on how we run the systems and how things can be fixed. And then through human review, we improve the accuracy rate.
And that was an amazing guardrail to do it internally, because it's like, I mean, if something goes wrong, it's still going to go wrong, but it's less wrong.
You're looking basically for opportunities to create the highest level of accuracy. And of course, you do that by containing the information that AI is looking at. And with that, you have a higher response rate and a higher accuracy rate. And that's what drives the innovation. So after we've perfected the tool internally, we have now started to expose it at the front end. And we're putting it into our booking engine through chatbot capabilities and soon to be voice enabled. I'm not even sure if I could spill the beans.
We can that's
a cool future enhancement. And what it basically does is it allows you to interact and have destination searches. You can make a booking. It's unbelievably personalized, and it's a very easy way to secure a booking search. This vast array of information. And Concierge.AI, funny the name concierge, right? A concierge always helps our customers and guests to have a better experience and find things faster. So that's the first entry point where we will use the product. The second entry point for the product, or the use case for the product, is hotels get lots of emails and inquiries about the destination, reservation inquiries with specific dates, with how many people are traveling. And of course, from a you read the email, then somebody has to go and make a booking. And of course, our AI concierge, wonderful, amazing tool, is reading all the information, responds automatically, provides an offer, or even makes a booking. And so with that, of course, we talked about workload and labor and being even more faster to our customers, a fast response time, reaction times. That's another area where we felt, and we have received feedback from hotels, that's an area we need help with. So we addressed a specific use case with our customers. And then, of course, in the social media space, there's many interactions after the stay. Customers talk about the hotel positively or negatively, or maybe even neutral, or maybe making a recommendation. And it's hard for you to monitor as a hotel all these platforms. So we have created with Concierge.AI an environment where you can monitor the chatter, you can see the behavior, you can understand the motivations, you can understand the sentiment, and you have an amazing opportunity to gain that insight to adjust your offerings, but you also have an amazing insight to reply.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the reply piece brings me to my next question. With all this amazing automation, I still believe, and I think most people out there believe, that hotels still need to have a human core. As Concierge AI is, and as it evolves, how do you see the role of hotel staff kind of changing? How would you speak to them when they have concerns of what's going to happen to my job, or what do they kind of need to be paying attention to in order to adapt and embrace?
So I speak from experience. So I started my hotel career, or my career in hotels. So I was running hotels, managing hotels. I was doing housekeeping. I do all that good stuff. And when you're not working in a luxury hotel, where you maybe have more people to take care of customers, your day is pretty tight. And you try to do your chores and you get your schedule. And with that, you lose a little bit sight of your customers. And you maybe even remove yourself a little bit from customer service, because you have to do all these things and not enough people. So AI enables hoteliers to opt up their game And for a even entry class hotel, economy class hotel, or limited service hotels, to provide a level of service because they now have time to take care of the customers that is unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a huge upside for the traveler. And I think it's a huge opportunity for the hotels to improve their perspectives and their positioning, and with that, have more repeated customers coming to them.
That's the end game. I love it. What would you suggest for them in terms of training, structure, how to get started?
I'm a big fan of trials, proof of concept. You have to trial and you need to implement at small scale. So many of our customers use the opportunity to partner with us and implement a solution in one hotel, get the experience, make sure they have the internal operational processes right, because all of this also requires SOPs. Once that is ironed out, we help them with the rollout across a multitude of hotels or a larger portfolio, and that has been proven quite successful.
Right. I love it. And we're talking about sort of this fragmentation. We've addressed it a little bit, and I know that Sabre plays a big role in helping hoteliers kind of connect those dots. From your perspective, how can hotels and the people servicing them better integrate their systems to stay agile, consistent, profitable?
Yes, very important.
And of course, maybe even without locking themselves in, because I think that's also a concern.
I agree. Well, first you have to visit HITEC every year to inform yourself about the amazing opportunities that are out there in the marketplace. That's a good starting point. Everything starts with education. If I do not know what I'm looking for and I'm too tuned into maybe my own experiences, it may lead me to miss out on bigger thinking or leveraging opportunities that are already out there. So I think the first point in the recommendation is go out, talk to fellow hoteliers, attend high-tech conferences and events, and maybe talk to industry peers and talk to friends who are working in the industry. Leverage that expertise, and then go out and look for a partner who has flexible capabilities, right? So you want not to be bound with your solution, or you may have 7 different agreements in place, and they all run out at different timeframes. Look for a partner that can help you to move stage by stage over into a new environment, leverage that opportunities to get people up to speed with their new applications, with the way how they operate and how they work. And that's really how I think we have been very successful in partnering with many hoteliers to maybe overcome the reluctance to change, right? And we're having change programs and helping hotels to think a little bit different about it, and educational programs. So education is a big piece that helps.
Education, and then both partner and people start with P.
100%. You said that beautifully, by the way. So back to the human being. Back to the human being.
Exactly. I love it. Looking ahead, what are you keeping your eye on? What trend is emerging or technology that actually, this is a different question, might be actually flying under the radar, right? That hoteliers maybe aren't paying attention to right now, or people building the technology for them. What do you think we should actually be paying attention to more that we're not?
Maybe there's 2 things. I think we talked about AI today a little earlier, and I think that people will miss more talking to each other. I think AI has also the ability to, with deepfake, you go online and you have these interactions, and that's
we're not going to be filtering this interview.
An uncomfortable environment to be in, and I believe the events business will blossom in another 2 or 3 years' time with the infusion of AI, and maybe the lack of trust that also can happen, because there's positives and negatives. People want to meet. And I think the meetings and incentive business needs to get ready to get that influx of inquiries for people to go back and meet together. 100%. I think that's what's going to happen for sure.
So be prepared for more business travel, for sure.
Yes, for sure. More business travel.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's the guest profile that should be on our minds then. All right, perfect. Frank, it is always a pleasure speaking with you. For those who would like to kind of dive deeper into what Sabre Hospitality is doing with your SynXis Concierge.AI or anything else, what's the best way for them to go about talking to your team, maybe talking to you if they're lucky?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm very obviously present on LinkedIn. Many of you have seen me there. I'm very interactive on the channel. and you can always reach out, and I connect you either with myself or with some of my team members or some of my colleagues and product, whatever your interest is. I'm happy to make that connection. Just reach out, and I'll get it, make it happen.
All right, I love it. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your HITEC. We appreciate your valuable time.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Goodbye for now.